What's up guys, I am Duck in the Mud and today I will be providing you with the best sorcerer build in Vesteria. So, let's get started. So we're starting from the entrance to the Tree of Life from the Great Crossroads. And so, to become a sorcerer, you want to go right, and keep going right until you find this big staircase. Turn right onto the staircase. And then just go up and turn right around here and then left and go through this door, make a sharp turn left again and through this door and then through another door, the last door, into this big tower. And then you will find Einrich the Mana Blooded and he will give you the Sorcerer subclass. Okay, so now let's go over stats and abilities. First off, the staff you should use is the Peppermint Staff. It's because I use it because of the Pine Burst passive, which basically just gives me a ton of extra damage, and also in big crowds of enemies, it's really good. And some substitutes that you could use are like a Nanotech Staff for good burst DPS. You could also use an Ornate Staff for good sustained or extra DPS similar to Peppermint Staff, or you could use the Ink. It's really hard to get, but if you do get it, the Meteor Shower upgrade is very good. It might even be better than the Peppermint Staff. Or if you're on like a kind of a budget, you could go for Forgotten Staff, which I've never used it, but I have heard from some people that it can be pretty good for Sorcerer. Now for the Tome, Ancient Slab is easily the best. And it is the best because it gives 3% magic damage increase, just base without any upgrades. I also got an extra one. Gives loads of magic attack, which is really nice. And then it also modifies Froststorm to make it look like the one that Talray does, and it's really good. It's much better than the normal Frostcall. So for substitute tomes, you could use Haunted Tombstone. It's really good for more sustained DPS. Lots of sustained DPS in here. You could also use Tombstone. I don't really know what it does, honestly, but I know it's pretty good for Sorcerer. Or you could use Frontier Tome for magic damage increase. Or you could use Fusion Tome if you just want a big nuke. Next, for the hat, I use the Elf Hat because it gives good ability radius, good intelligence, and it's very easy to scroll and get a good tier because it's just like, you can just keep scrolling it, it's not gonna break. But technically, the Wicked Witch Hat is actually better. I just don't use it right now because I'm poor. I'll probably use it in the future, but I don't have much money right now, so I never got to buying one. So yeah, if you get a Wicked Witch Hat, definitely use that. And some good substitutes are Royal Mage Hat. It just gives good intelligence. It can also be a good budget option. You could use Tech Spec, and this is especially a good thing to use if you're using a Fusion Tome or Nanotech Staff, because Tech Spec buffs your Hollow abilities, which Nanotech and Fusion have Hollow abilities. And then lastly, you could use like a Spider Queen's Hat or a Captain's Hat. It's just like good for a mix of stats, or if you're using spider weapons. Next for armor, Soul Minister robes are again easily one of the best options. They give really good defense, good intelligence even without Keen or Ancient Scrolls. And the perk right here, the passive ability, it just makes you do more damage. Like, it's kind of hard to explain. Some substitutes you could use are Wicked Witch robes, which you should use if you have high critical chance, like High Crit Staff or Tome. You could use Royal Mage robes, a good budget option, but like they're not something to use forever. Like if you get something better, definitely use that instead. And Capra's robes, they're good for some extra DPS, and they're very good for PvP. Now lastly, boots. I just use Explorer's Yeti boots or normal Yeti boots. There's a lot of different options you could use, but these are just what I found the best to use. So now let's move on to the stats and abilities. So first off, for my stats, I get 120 dexterity, and this is optional. The only amount of dexterity you probably should get is 90 or 70. But if you are like me and want a lot of critical chance and also like want to be kind of fast, like right here, 120 dex gave me 20%. Get that, and then intelligence 200. I just poured everything into intelligence after getting the dexterity. I already get an extra 131. But with intelligence, just get at least 150 and you should be good. Next for abilities. So Magic Missile, 3 out of 3. This is the only adventure ability that matters, really. If you're going to use a nanotech staff, then it matters because nanotech modifies magic missile, makes it a lot better. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. None of these matter. Next, for mage abilities, I use Zap 4 out of 5 for jolts, Fork 1 out of 3, and Current 1 out of 3. The reason I got these two, Fork gives 1 extra bolt. That's nice. Current, it gives more range, because without Current, you just have like no range at all, and it still doesn't even have that much range with Current. 5 out of 5, good mobility. Multi-bomb, 5 out of 5, really good DPS. I like to get 4 out of 5 power, and then 1 out of 3 expansion. The reason I get expansion is because without it, they're just like super tiny bombs, and I don't really like that. Now lastly, Thunder Call. I get Tempest 1 out of 3, Chain 1 out of 3, and Surge 5 out of 5. Good power, good combo starter. Next, for Sorcerer abilities, Ancient Frost Call, I go 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5. The reason I'm not going higher in power is because Ancient Frost Call has very bad power scaling. Next, Howling Gale. Personally, I don't really like it. It can be funny if you have like a horde of enemies. It can also be good in PvP, but generally it's not that good. Meteor Shower, 7 out of 7. It's just really good. It's just the meteors. They set fire to things. They do a lot of damage. Yeah. Earth Call, 3 out of 3. It's a good combo starter. Next, Nature's Wrath. I only do 1 out of 5. Lastly, Unstable Charge. This is the best sorcerer ability by far. Electrocute, 5 out of 5. Chain Lightning, 2 out of 5. Okay, real quick, we're going to talk about the combos. Basically, Elemental Magic. If you damage an ability with one magic ability, the next ability will basically be stronger. That's just a little explanation of this. It's a little easier to understand than all this. So I'll show you it real quick. If I do Unstable Charge right here, as you can see, it just zaps them a little bit, nothing too crazy. But then, if I use any other ability, and then do Unstable Charge, like this, zap, and then Unstable Charge, you see it just struck them with lightning. Now that you know how to like combo, and also the combos only work with sorcerer abilities, like mage abilities. You get a combo with like a mage ability, it doesn't change anything. It's only if you do like one ability and then a sorcerer ability. Okay, let's do it. Let's see how much that did. 32,000. That's actually the most I've gotten recently. But yeah, it's more of a sustained DPS build. As you can see, like 372,000. That's still really good. But it's more sustained than burst, like Assassin or Trickster would be burst, but this is sustained. So yeah, it's a really good build, and if you ever do Sorcerer, I encourage you to use this build. Or if you are like looking for a Sorcerer build, just use this build. It's really good. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. And make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.